Our Miss Universe Philippines pageant mentors, attorney Nad Bronze and Teresa Licaros, both have wrong or right answers in beauty pageants. What matters is how genuinely the girls deliver their stand on important issues. However, pageant critics say that questions these days are rather political, and it puts our finalists in a very tight spot. The challenge today is how well they can defend their stand and how big their heart is to come up with sincere and heartfelt messages. It's a beautiful day, Philippines, and this is the third batch of Universe Philippines question and answer preliminaries. This is the game changer.
Good afternoon, everyone.
So you have 30 seconds for every question. So answer in 30 seconds, including the introduction of yourself. All right. For the first question, please tell us something about yourself.
I'm a licensed dentist and an advocate for oral health awareness. I am a COVID survivor, and I'm really grateful to be standing here in front of all of you. And I'm thankful to the people who made that happen, my family, my friends, my supporters, the Isabeleños, and the Miss Universe Philippines organization. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Second question, what is one beautiful word in your local language, and what does it mean?
It would be mabalo. It means thank you. I'm really thankful for everyone who helped me to get through this journey, and to everyone, to my rock and my foundation to be able to get up to this far.
Number 3, what one learning experience that you had as a child made much impact on you?
It would be when I failed at something. It really impacted me to the point that I should be pushing myself hard. Failure shouldn't be a setback for me. I should be working hard on it, and I should learn from that experience to be able to. Sorry.
What one major lesson did you learn from your experiences during this pandemic?
One major lesson that I've learned during this pandemic would be perseverance. Throughout this journey, I have experienced a lot of setbacks, and I know that those setbacks shouldn't hold me from achieving what I want in life. I should persevere and continue and move on to whatever dreams that I want to achieve and whatever that I want to do despite this pandemic.
If you win Miss Universe Philippines, how will you help your community?
If I win Miss Universe Philippines, I would definitely use my advocacy, my passion, which is oral health awareness. I will use that as an advantage, and I will use Miss Universe Philippines for a bigger platform to pursue that advocacy, to help my community, and change the world one smile at a time.
Which color symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
A color that symbolizes a phenomenal woman would be violet. It means power, and it means that whatever it is, whatever journey you're on, you have to take up space and be yourself. That way, it would empower you and achieve whatever you want in life.
Working from home is now the new norm. What skills does the workplace of the future need?
Sorry, again.
Working from home is now the new norm. What skills does the workplace of the future need?
A skill that the new normals should have or should practice is patience. During this time, a lot of setbacks has been happening, and we have to be patient with everything. We have to focus ourselves on moving forward. Thank you.
Name one spot, man-made or natural, in your province that you would like to promote to the world.
One spot that I would want to show to the world is the Isabela National Park. It's something that symbolizes the whole Isabella. It has the Queen Isabella, the statue of Queen Isabella there, and it symbolizes the beauty and the origin of my province.
There's a campaign to hashtag love local. Which local product would you promote and why?
One local product that I want to promote would be the handmade bags. It's something that is uniquely made, well, not just in my province, but everywhere else in the Philippines. And we should be proud of whatever we are making, whatever products we are producing, because it
What one thing young people like you should focus on?
one thing young people like me should focus on would be their goals in life. We should all be focused on our journey towards achieving that goal, and whatever circumstances, whatever hardship we may encounter, we should just move on and continue to achieve that dream.
Right now we are with Miss Kalinga. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm feeling excited for today, especially that we'll be able to share our struggles and also our preparations for this pageant.
Okay, relax. Hindi ka napagod? Hindi ka nahinga kakakyat? Hindi naman.
Hindi naman po. Sanay ang lang sa Baguio.
Okay, so 30 seconds lang ha. May sisigaw ka agad kapag may mangingisay ka pa. Nalakasan mo yung 30 seconds. Okay, may mamamatay ka tao.
Pause. Char.
So, 30 seconds lang.
Okay.
Tell us something about yourself.
Hi, Napipian Algao, Candicay, Luzon. I'm Noreen Victoria Mangawi, representing the province of Kalinga. I'm a civil servant, and I am a proud member of the indigenous peoples. I take pride of our culture. One of these is batok, the traditional tattoos. Another is laga, our native fabrics and weaves. And of course, our people. I consider them, I think, as one of the most hospitable people, not only in the Philippines, but in the whole universe.
What is one beautiful word in your local language and what does it mean?
One beautiful word from our local language would be namnama. Namnama is hope. Just like the Miss Universe Philippines, we are here as harbingers of hope. And I am here full of hope and dreams to show the universe that the beautiful transformations I've come and I've overcome. And this.
Next question. What is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
One thing that I learned from my childhood is to be gracious to other people, to share my blessings to other people. I am an only child, but then I was not a brat. My parents would always call on me to share to other people because we may be living in the same world, but we're facing different realities. And that's why we should always show kindness to others.
So, in this pandemic, what is the biggest lesson that you learned?
During this pandemic, it is really a time of self-reflection. It's a time for me to reconnect with the people I love, even via online, because I'm working as a civil servant and it has really took a lot of my time focusing on my career. And aside from that, it's really to care more for others. Aside from being resilient, you need to care more for others because, again, we're facing different realities.
So, if you win the crown, how will you help your community?
If I win the crown as the Miss Universe Philippines, I've always considered this as a conversation that goes beyond skin deep. And as an indigenous people, it is allowing inclusivity, allowing representation of one of the most overlooked sector of the society, the indigenous peoples. And I would be here not only to be a face of the brand, but to speak for a brand that call this something that would
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
a phenomenal woman is a bold color. Bold color would be red, orange, anything that is bold because you need to stand out. You're phenomenal because you have the confidence to stand out. And I am here today because I have mustered up the courage to stand confidently. Thank you.
So, working from home is now part of the new norm.
Yes.
So, what do you think are the skills needed for this so-called workplace of the future?
What you need is to work beyond beyond your line of duty. It's really a call to not to consider the your clients as your family as well, because there are no more other people who would help them and care for them if you do not start it with yourself. And you need to be more emphatic in trying to deliver the best service that is needed from you.
Um, if there is one spot, man-made or natural in Kalinga, that you would like to promote to the world, what will it be?
I would like to promote my home in Limos, Pinokpok, because it is where I grew up and I saw the struggles of the people coming from there, the struggles of the children just to go to school. And I believe that education is something that democratizes the playing field for people. And I want to show the universe that there is something that is going on like that.
May campaign, this campaign called hashtag Love Local.
Yes?
So I'm going to ask you, what local product do you want to promote and why?
The local product that I want to promote is coffee, because in Kalinga we have that's why I call them most hospitable, because you will not pass a household without getting a fresh brewed cup of coffee in Kalinga. And I take pride of that because tourists or visitors from all over the world would always say, wow, even they do not have something, or even they are poor,
Time.
they have coffee to offer you.
Last question. What is one thing young people like you should focus on?
One thing that people, young professionals or a woman like me should focus on: being resilient. Being resilient in times of crisis, so that you should not, even though you are pulled back or you have your own setbacks, but you will conquer this and be phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you so much. Agyamanak.
You want to say a little message for the people from your hometown?
Napipian Algao Kandi Kayurasan. I'm Noreen Victoria Mangawit, and I hope that you continue supporting me in my journey for the Miss Universe Philippines. Agyamanak Launay.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yung bag na
Aldao.
Aldao.
Yes.
So 30 seconds lang for
Mm-hmm.
first question is tell us something about it.
Naimbag na Aldao. I am Trisha Bartolomeo Campo, representing La Union. I've always dreamt of becoming a doctor like my mom, but for now, I manage our clinics here in Baguio and La Trinidad, where we give our services for free. So that's what I want to promote: accessible and affordable healthcare to everyone who is in need. Thank you.
What is one beautiful word in Ilocano and what does it mean?
A beautiful word in Ilocano, I would say nasimput. Nasimput is good, because I think every Ilocano, not all Ilocanos, but I think everyone, the whole Filipino community is very good. We are very friendly when it comes to our neighboring countries and to everyone we encounter with. We always do it with a smile.
Next question, what is that learning experience that you had as a child that
Mhm.
made so much impact on you?
The learning experience that I've gained as a child was to become strong-hearted. I was raised by an Ilocano mother, and she is also a breast cancer survivor for 21 years. So I've been taught to always be strong by heart and to never be affected of any criticisms that we have and to whatever challenges that come to our lives. So just be strong and, just be yourself.
So, in this pandemic, what
Mhm.
do you think is the greatest lesson that you've learned?
The greatest lesson that I've learned, I guess, would be to value family, your time with your family. I've been very busy ever since I graduated, and I took my family for granted. We do not meet at home that much because of our busy lives, but because of this pandemic, I've spent time with them. They're my source of happiness, and I think that we should all value our families while we're still here on earth.
If you win, how will you help your community?
If I would win, I would promote, of course, the cause dear to my heart, which is to provide accessible healthcare. I think that's the most that I can do to give the blessing of life, to share that blessing of life to us who are in need, to everyone who needs healthcare services, because it's not that accessible when it comes to our remote areas here in the Philippines.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
I would say probably light blue. Light blue is like the sky, and the universe is the sky, and I think that we have no limitations. We have everything. We have all of the resources, and we just should know how to use them when it comes to our life.
You would probably think that it's just blue, but it's brilliant.
Oh,
2002, after the Loretta.
I did not know that.
Joke lang.
It's okay.
Okay, work from home is now part of the new norm. So what skills do you think is needed for this so-called workplace of the future?
I think everything is online already. So if working online is that accessible to our homes, then I think that we should be more knowledgeable in video chats, how to operate a computer, and I think that's the most that we can do right now, as long as we still have this pandemic with us. And yeah, I think that's the skill that would be most helpful right now.
If there's one spot, man-made or natural,
Mhm.
in La Union that you would like to promote in the world?
I would say, of course, the surfing capital of of the Philippines is La Union. So I would say the beaches of San Juan. San Juan has the most epic sunsets, and I think that a lot of people would enjoy our beaches there, since Philippines is really known for our beaches, our beautiful beaches, and there's a lot of places to eat. We also have a lot of more socio-economic activities, so that's where I would want to promote.
There's a campaign, hashtag Love Local.
Yes, po.
So I would like to know what local product do you want to promote and why?
Oh, the local product that I want to promote is, I would say, daing. La Union is also known for being a capital for daing as well. So I know it's kind of fishy when you want to, when you hear about it, but I think that it's very unique, and it's something that a lot of, what do you call this, countries don't know about. So once they want to taste our daing, it's something new, something that they would want to enjoy and have knowledge about. Thank you, Derek.
Last question.
Mhm.
What's one thing young people like you should focus on?
Young people like me should focus on ourselves, because here in social, we have this social media who kind of brainwashes everyone to be perfect and to be someone that we are not. We should be really authentic to ourselves, know what we want, know our goals, and just dream big and just to be yourselves. Thank you. Thank you. Agyaman ak unay.
Miss La Union, how was your Q&A?
It was nerve-wracking, I should say, but I think I really did really good. I made the judges laugh and I made them smile, so I think I did really good.
Okay, Miss Laguna, what are your expectations for this said interview?
Well,
As of now, I am totally nervous because this is the first time that I will be put under the spotlight because I used to be the one who's interviewing hundreds of applicants. But my expectations right now is just to show to all the judges and to everyone who will be watching our interview of who I am, of what I wanted to be, and at the same time, what kind of a phenomenal woman I am.
Hello, good morning everyone.
Hiningal ka ba? Hindi naman.
Hindi naman po, medyo malamig lang. I'm not so
30
used with the
seconds
cold.
lang. 30
Alright.
seconds lang per question. Pwede
Okay.
mag-Tagalog, pwede mag-English.
Alright.
Alam kong valedictorian kaya ito. Magna cum laude.
Magna cum laude.
So you-
Was not valedictorian, but magna cum laude, yeah.
Okay.
Late bloomer.
30 seconds. Tell us something about yourself.
Good morning again, everyone. I am John De La Torre Flores. I am a proud Lagunense, a proud scholar ng bayan, a hotelier by profession, and now an aspiring beauty queen and at the same time, education advocate.
What is one beautiful word in Tagalog?
Mhm.
And what does it mean?
For me, it will always be mabuhay because it's greeting people with a smile and at the same time being proud of our language.
Next question. What is that one learning experience that you had as a child? It made so much impact on you.
It was when I cursed and then my dad heard me. It taught me that to never tell something bad about the people around you.
What about in this pandemic? What do you think is the greatest lesson that you did?
To become adaptive to changes because this situation put a lot of changes in our life, and it is very important that we know how to deal with it and cope with it so that we will come out stronger from this pandemic and challenges.
If you win, how do you plan to help your community?
If I win Miss Universe Philippines, definitely I will bring them joy and hope already. So I am already helping them. But at the same time, I would like to initiate activities and movements that will help them during this pandemic. It could be food drive. It could be helping the students in our community.
What color do you think represents the phenomenal woman?
Blue, because aside from it being the color of our province, color blue is the color of the sky, the color of the water. For me, it is the color of life. And a phenomenal woman is someone that shares and at the same time let life blossoms.
Okay, so working from home is now part of the new norm.
Yes.
So what kind of skills do you think is needed in the so-called workplace of the future?
I think at this, just like what I mentioned, it is being able to adapt to it because working from home is definitely so different than working in an office setup. You have the family with you. There could be a lot of distractions. And once you are able to adapt to the current place or environment that you have, you will definitely be able to do your job more effectively and efficiently.
The other question is, if you have to name one spot that is either man-made or natural from Laguna,
Okay.
what would it be that you'd like to promote
That I would like.
in the entire world?
Well, definitely it will be from my home city, which is in Pablo City, known to be the city of 7 lakes. Can you imagine that? 7 lakes in one city. So I would like to promote that 7 lakes in our city to the whole world, that this is the gift that we receive from nature and still consistently being protected and provide livelihood to the people of San Pableños.
So alam mo yung kantang Laguna? Are you familiar with that?
Oh no, I'm so sorry, but I'm very familiar with the kanta ng aming city. Yeah, so San Pablo
Tingnan
City.
mo yung Laguna.
Yes,
It's a rock song of the 70s. It talks about
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Kasi pinapanganap no? Ano ka ba?
I'm a K-pop fan now, so I know more of the Blackpink songs.
Ako din, sa Blackpink ako.
Lumabas
Di
yung
ba?
ko.
Blackpink ako.
You have two more questions. First, first one I'll ask is, there's a campaign called Love Local.
Yeah.
Right? So you told us about the place you want to promote. Kaya naman, local product that you want to promote.
Now what I wanted to promote is the Wived water lily bags and other products that came from Wived water lily, because water lily was one of the major problems in Laguna Lake, and now the locals of Laguna are so creative, so talented that they were able to turn this problem into a solution that will actually benefit the community and the people of Laguna. So that is the product that I really wanted to promote to everyone. I actually brought two bags with me. I used one during my arrival in Manila, and I'm planning to use the other one on the coming days.
Okay. And the last question is, what is that one thing you think young people like you should focus on?
I think young people like me should focus on our goals, because there's so many things going around in our environment. The pressure from the society, pressure what we see in the social media, that sometimes we forget what really our goals are. So we should focus on our goals, on our dreams, on what we really wanted to be, not on what other people wanted us to be.
Thank you.
I'm done. Thank you so much. I will. Nakakahiya. I'm from Laguna and I don't know that song. And I know the Blackpink songs. But I'll look for that. Thank you for sharing.
We are here with Miss Makati. How are you doing right now?
Hi, I'm great. I'm so excited for later's interview.
What would you do if someone asked you a question that you could not answer?
I think I would have to be honest if I can't answer anything about it, but I'll try my best to answer as much as I can.
Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Okay, so tell us something about yourself.
Okay, so I'm Ivana Crimilso Vicencio Pasis. I'm 24 years old, representing Makati City. I'm a professional events host. I'm a writer. I'm also a runway and commercial model, and I do advocate for suicide prevention awareness.
What is one beautiful word in Tagalog? And what does it mean? Kasi Tagalog ka, diba?
Sorry?
Tagalog ka, diba?
Yes po.
Anong Tagalog na word na maganda para sa'yo? What one beautiful word in Tagalog?
Oh, I think it'd have to be. It's a very light word, but it's my favorite. It's called grabe. I love saying grabe. You know, I can say it in different emotions. I could be happy, sad, I could be angry. But if I say grabe, parang it's a very general expression. And it's something na walang exact English translation. So it's very unique for the Filipinos also.
This one a bit more introspective. So what is that one learning experience that you had as a child
Mm-hmm.
that made so much impact on you?
Oh, I think one thing that I learned when I was a child was because I'm the youngest among three siblings. I have two older sisters, so I'm a bunso and I'm a very spoiled bunso. And I think I realized that I could be someone more than what my ates had done, because I feel like I'm always compared to them. You know, I'm very unique in compared to my ates. So I think one thing that I learned is to really appreciate who I am as a person and embrace it, because I always look up to them. So okay, sorry.
What about in this pandemic? What is the greatest lesson that you learned?
The greatest lesson that I learned was to not take time for granted. I used to, even work even on weekends, and I would tell myself, okay, I'll just go to church next weekend, meron pa naman. But now I can't do that anymore. So, meeting up with my family, having family reunions, and meeting my high school and college friends, and now we can only do it on Zoom. And how I wish we can do it in person. So yeah.
You win. How do you plan to help your community?
Mhm. If I win, like what I said earlier, I advocate for suicide prevention awareness. And it's something that is personal to me. I experienced anxiety in the past. I suffered from it. I'm already healed. I have done a lot of therapies in the past, and it's something that I have overcome. And in my journey here in Miss Universe Philippines, I know that I've used my voice to really reach out to those people who wanted to end their lives and commit suicide, because it's such a very sensitive topic. And yeah, it's just nice because now I was able to connect with these people. Someone would message me na, oh, okay, sorry.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
Oh, I think it'd have to be white, a white blank canvas that anyone can, appreciate you for who you are, and they can throw any colors to you, and you will make sure that you can make the most out of it.
Work from home is now part of the new.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think are the skills needed for the so-called workplace of the future?
Mm-hmm. I think one thing that everyone has to realize is the fact that work-life balance is very important. I think it's also the reason why a lot of people undergo depression and anxiety. It is because they really don't know how to separate their personal lives and working at home, and it's a struggle for everybody. So I think work-life balance is something that everyone should keep in mind.
If there is one spot in Makati City, whether man-made or natural,
Mhm.
you'd like to promote to the world,
Mhm. It would have to be Museo ng Makati. Not a lot of people know that it exists. And I think that goes to show that Makati, despite the skyscrapers and everything, the glitz and glamour of Makati City, that there's a very, very unique heritage of Makati City that a lot of people should know because, people would say, oh, social yung mga taga Makati. But no, we come from a very, very humble beginning. And it's something that it's nice to look back into and to let people know that there's really something more than being just a business capital of the Philippines.
Curious to know your answer to this because there's a movement called #LoveLocal.
Mm-hmm.
So what
Yes.
local product do you want to promote and why?
Oh, a local product. Well, for me, I love a mango, so it'd have to be the dried mangoes in Cebu City. I think it's just very unique, and I have a lot of foreign friends who are not from the Philippines who love it, and it's something that I also personally love, and it's something that I love to share to everybody.
And the last question is, what one thing should young people like you focus on?
Sorry, but
What is that one thing you think young people like you should focus on?
I think young people like me should focus on getting to know who they really are as a person. It's easier said than done to say, oh, you should know who you are and just be yourself. But it's really a struggle. It's a journey to really know your true, authentic self. And for me, once you know yourself, you will never really go wrong, and you would never be intimidated. You know how to be determined. You know your skills. You know your goals. And I think that's very important for younger people to know that because it's very important.
Thank you.
Thank you po. Thank you so much. I think I did great. It was a really fun experience. Well, I do events hosting as a living, so to be on the other side of the table and to be asked by so many questions is still overwhelming, but it was really fun.
Hingal ka ba?
Yes, it was a long walk.
Hinga-hinga muna.
This is it. Hi.
Ito na yung coronation.
Ito na pala yun. Sana ay just more nicely.
actually stand by kasi I dance to.
Ito na pala to. Good morning, everyone.
Tell us something about yourself.
Oh, well, good morning, everyone. I'm Lou Dominic Pixon. I'm 24. I actually work as an account executive for international brand and designer Kenneth Cabonpue. But prior to that, I am mostly known to be a model mentor, host, and of course, a beauty queen. I belong in a family of 4, but the only one who pursued beauty pageants.
What is one beautiful word in your local language with Cebuano and what does it mean?
One beautiful word I would say is palaban. Is something, it's actually quite a Tagalog word din, pero lumalaban. Yun. Lumalaban kasi in every struggle that we face naman every day, we just face the challenge firsthand. And then I think we succeed naman at the end of the day. It's just that we're being ourselves, our true authentic selves. So that's why I really appreciate what Miss Universe is trying to portray of us, being our true authentic selves all the time.
So what is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
There was one particular time na I asked my parents, no, I actually didn't ask them. I wanted to go to the beach with my friends. And then I didn't ask for their permission. And then when I got home, I immediately went to the bathroom and take a shower, change my clothes, and I left my wet clothes in the bathroom. And so my mom found out eventually where I was. She figured it out that I was at the beach. And so at the end of that conversation, she just told me that it's okay that you want to go at this place with anyone. Just just as long as you're being honest. Yun po.
Yeah, what about in this pandemic? What is the greatest lesson that you've learned?
That we don't take time for granted. This year has been very fast, I would say. It's been long but fast in time constraint. I felt like everything was in a fast track. So I'm just really happy that we made it this far, and I practically did everything that I had to do, and even at the work and the site
even doing my work at the side and doing the pageant. So I'm very proud about that.
If you win, how do you plan to help your community?
I would really use like the prizes I get from the pageant to help my beneficiary at first. Sir, it's my best friend Hallery. She is actually undergoing radiotherapy now because she finished her chemotherapy already. And financially, I just really want to help her from there. And of course, I want to continue on portraying my advocacy, which is on mental health. Prior to the pageant, I actually did a tour around universities in Cebu. So I really want to continue at that.
Okay, what color do you think represents the phenomenal woman?
It would be pink. It's very feminine, but it's very it's full of character, I would say. And pink doesn't only it doesn't only fit a woman. It fits any type of gender in the community. So I think a phenomenal woman is the color pink.
Okay, so what? Pumiyak ako.
I was worried about that nga kasi my throat is kind of dry now.
Work from home is now part of the new norm.
Yes.
So, what do you think are the skills needed to this so-called workspace of the future?
Skills,
Skills.
one thing, yeah. I really had to balance everything like of my family time and of course my work time. I actually am working from home. So one of the skills is just concentration because there's a lot of distraction around the house and you really have to entertain your clients. So I think that's one of the things that I developed through working from home.
If there is one spot, man-made or natural, in Mandaue that you would like to promote to the world, what would it be?
I would really want to even push the government to what do you call this, to go through with the eco park that they have proposed, because Mandaue is actually very highly industrialized and it's not very known to be a touristy spot. We're very honest about that kasi you will see naman din po na it's more on buildings and infrastructures. So they are proposing an eco park, which I want to support on that also, because we just really need that part in Mandaue to be more greener.
My question is, there's a campaign to hashtag Love Local.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to ask you, which local product do you want to promote and why?
It would be the food businesses that we have in Mandaue. We have pushed, especially in this pandemic, we have pushed all of those local products that's being sold. With our delicacies, of course, we have the bibingka, which I'm very excited to portray in my national costume, you would see. And yeah, supporting local is very important at this time because everyone is just working from home and they just really want to keep the business going.
The last question is, what is that one thing you think young people like you should focus on?
I think we should focus on the plans for the future, because one thing that I've learned from the pandemic is very unpredictable. Time and space and wherever we may go it continually changes. Change is the only constant thing in the world. And I really hope that the youngsters, the young generations would keep in mind that just whatever you decide on today will reflect your future. So I really do hope that they start planning it out, but of course, keeping their feet on where they are at the moment.
Thank you.
Direct na ano naman ako doon. Of course, direct. Kasali tayo lahat doon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, Miss Manila, how are you doing?
Girl, I'm excited. Excited na ako na kinakabahan. Super mixed emotions kasi ngayon pa na nagsisink in sa amin lahat na nag-start na talaga yung Miss Universe Philippines. Magandang tanghali, everyone.
Pwede mag-Tagalog kung gusto mo mag-Tagalog.
Yes.
Pwede mag-Taglish.
Okay.
Dito kasi mic. So, 30 seconds lang.
Wait. Kailangan kong huminga. Okay. Game.
Yung totoo. Game na.
Game na? Game ka na ba?
Asan ka hiningal? Sa pag-akyat o?
Sa pag-akyat, tsaka ang lamig kasi. Actually, paulit-ulit. Feeling ko paulit-ulit kami nang sinasabi na malamig.
Ayun.
Dapat pinabahan yung pwede.
They actually go
Dapat nga binaban namin yung shawl.
yung una nagsabing malamig. Just kidding.
Hindi totoo yan. Hindi totoo yan.
Natural na malamig, hindi yung aircon malamig.
Oo. Pinapapatay ko yung aircon kanina. Wala palang aircon. Sabi ko pakipatay yung aircon. So wala pala. Sige, ang dami kong chika.
So tell us something about it.
So I'm Alexandra. You can call me Alex. I'm 26. God, it's cold. I'm from Sampaloc, Manila actually. So kaya super natural ko lang kasi basically ganito talaga kami sa Manila. Like hindi kami super nag-fake ng personality namin kung paano kami mag-dress up. Kaya minsan, most of the time, lagi lang ako naka-pajamas. And then yesterday, I'm wearing a sweatshirt. Not like this. And then mas comfortable ako without makeup. Thank you so much. Easy ka lang sa pag-time. Parang nagugulat ako eh. Parang may galit ka yata, sir. Gulat ako.
Manila Tagalog to. So what is one beautiful word in your language and what does it mean?
I'm sorry, what is?
One beautiful word in your language and what does it mean?
One beautiful word in my language. Well, Manila, usually Tagalog lang naman. So, Hindi ako makapag-isip. Wait lang, pwedeng pause yung time. Anyway. Okay, for Manila, I would go for matatapang. Matatapang lahat ng Manilenya, kahit babae matatapang, meron silang pinaglalaban. Especially, alam namin tama yung pinaglalaban namin. Lagi kami nasa tama. Kasi, it's super nonsense naman kung easy ka lang direct. Huwag ka magalit sa akin, direct. Ako lang to direct.
Question. What is that learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
So, growing up as a child, syempre naging daddy's girl ako. Meron siyang future na gusto for me. And then, parang ako, wait lang super chill na lang ako ng tayo. And then parang, ako syempre parang iniisip ko super limited ng resources ko. And then growing up, na-realize ko na nagawa ko siya all by myself. So basically, I'm inspiring every dreamers out there kasi I was once a dreamer. Na parang ayokong isipin nila na merong hindrance or whatever. Nakasmile na si Direk. Okay.
Next question. What about in this pandemic? What is the greatest lesson that you learned?
In this?
During this pandemic.
So during this pandemic, sobrang negative na kasi nang nangyayari eh. So I try to stay positive. Ayoko munang mag-isip na to social media, sobrang dami kasing fake news sa parang lahat na lang ng tao merong gustong sabihin na negative. Bakit kailangan lagi na lang negative yung kinakalat niyo? Super negative na nangyayari. Let's just gotta chill. Wala namang mawawala kung magpaka-positive tayo. It's super good nga kasi you're making everyone around you super happy and chill as well. Yan.
Wow.
Di ako nag-time.
If you win, how do you plan to help your community?
Well, if I win, ngayon pa lang super happy ko na sa support na natatanggap ko sa community ko kasi God, it's so cool. Kasi usual sa place namin, hindi siya yung parang super social na level ng Manila. So parang ako, nakikita nila ako na beauty queen ka, but then super humble mo, nag-reach out ka to everyone, kaya mong makihalubilo na hindi ka maarte, hindi ka, oh my God, ano yan, ganyan. So, super level lang. You're welcome, Direk.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
Phenomenal woman for me, the color that would symbolize is a phenomenal woman for me. I'm wearing pink right now, but for me, it would be color black. Kasi color black is super neutral lang, and it depends kung paano mo kayang dalhin yung black na super plain lang siya. How would you express yourself on what you wear, on how you dress up?
So, ang work from home now, part na siya ng new norm, di ba?
I'm actually working from home.
Okay, so anong skills,
Super saya ko.
anong mga skills ang kailangan sa work from home na part na ngayon ng future?
So, for working from home, kailangan mong mag-adjust. So, kung paano kayo magpapalitan ng messages, kung paano sasagutin yung specific questions mo. Kasi usually meron kayong time. Parang ngayon, meron kami 30 seconds. Meron kami like 2 minutes to answer. But then, ang tagal nung magbibigay sa'yo ng sagot. So, kailangan may patience ka lang din. And hindi ka rin pwedeng laging mas marunong sa ibang tao kasi laging may mas matalino sa'yo. And kaya sila nandiyan para tulungan ka. So, maging humble ka lang din sa kanila.
Okay, if there is one place or spot in Manila, whether it's man-made or natural, that you would like to promote sa buong mundo, ano to?
I'd go for sa Quiapo kasi doon kami kumakain lagi. Like, siguro bababa kami sa specific drop-off sa Quiapo and then lahat ng madaanan namin na kinakainan namin, like meron burger, meron ding oriental, super dami, and mga street foods, super sarap kayang kumain. And then you just gotta wear super nice, super comfy outfit, no makeup at all, and then super sarap lang, kakain ka lang.
Hindi ka nakagaling.
Ano? My God. Kapajama lang, slippers, ganon.
May kampanya ngayon, #LoveLocal. So ikaw, anong local product ang gusto mo i-promote and why?
Local products, actually, ang pinapromote ko ngayon is yung mga local brands. Kasi usually kasi pinapatronize na ng mga tao yung mga international brands eh. And ako, being connected sa mga hip-hops and sa streets, gusto kong i-promote yung local brands na, kasi usually ang tingin sa kanila parang super low class sila, ganyan. Kung ano man yung opinion ng iba. But then, if you go deeper with their thoughts, maiintindihan mo na meron din silang point. May point naman. Okay lang.
Last na.
Hala, oh my God.
In 30 seconds, tell us, what is that one thing you think young people should focus on?
So for the youth for today, my message for them is to don't forget to always to show the better version of yourselves. There will always be room for improvements, and madalas talaga makakatanggap tayo ng negative feedback sa ibang tao, and it's always up to us kung paano natin gagawing positive, ito-turn into positive yung negative feedbacks.
Thank you.
Thank you. During this interview, you've got nothing to do but just to be yourself. Since super light lang naman ang nangyayari, hindi mo na siya kailangan gawin na pabigatan. So, kailangan mo lang mag-chill. You just gotta calma yourself.
From the province of the,
Heart of the Philippines.
from the Speaker of the Lower House.
Yes.
Velasco. So, you have only 30 seconds per question.
Okay po.
30 seconds lang. Or you
I'll try my
will
best.
sound.
Okay.
Time.
Okay.
Tell us something about yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Maria Lianina Macalino. I am representing the Heart of the Philippines, Marinduque, and I graduated chemistry minor in business studies and currently working as a product and research development in a local cosmetics beauty brand. And right now I am pursuing my dream as a beauty queen because I believe that everyone has a chance to be a beauty queen by them or by their own advantages. Thank you.
So, Tagalog sa Marinduque.
Yes po.
So, what is the one beautiful word in Tagalog? And what does it mean? One beautiful word in your language. And what does it mean?
Sa amin, lagi naming ginagamit yung ngani or mandin para siyang katumbas ng alae sa Batangas. It's like a prefix or a suffix in every word that we say in terms of endearment also when we speak in Tagalog sa Marinduque. Because not a lot of people know that Marinduque is part of Luzon. They think that it's part of Visayas. So it's mostly a mix of all dialects.
So what is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
A learning experience that I had as a child is that it is very important. The teachings of our family is very important, and I want to also brought it up in this platform through pageantry that raising a child is not a joke, and we should all be a responsible parent and co-parents as well, because I think the core values in a child, it can be instilled in him and her through growth, and that is the making of now, that is the making of the future generation.
What about in this pandemic? What is the greatest lesson that you learned?
The greatest lesson that I learned during this pandemic is that it is very essential for us to connect and the importance of human connection because we've taken it for granted ever since and we've been always busy with our phones and we've taken for granted the company of our friends, the company of our families, and now we just realized how important the physical touch is and how it comforts us in our everyday living because physical touch is like it. Oh, sorry. Okay, thank you.
If you win, how do you plan to help your community?
If I win, first, I will give honor to my family because I don't want everyone to remember how important our families and our parents are. And then secondly, I want to give back to my beneficiary, Kyle David Atienza. And he also educates about kindness and love. That is what I am advocating for. If I win, I will continue that. And lastly, I want to bring honor to Marinduque as the heart of the Philippines because it is not just a title, but it is us and our hearts are always in action. Thank you.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
A color that symbolizes a phenomenal woman is red because a phenomenal woman also works for the heart. And mostly we consist of red colors through our flesh and our blood. Phenomenal woman runs through me and also runs among us. It is red.
Okay. So, okay, relax. Okay.
Okay po. Thank you.
So, you are working.
Yes.
Are you working from home?
Yes, I am currently working from home.
Okay, because work from home is now part of the new norm.
Yes.
So what are the skills that you think are needed in the so-called workplace of the future?
I think you need to also educate yourselves in terms of working from home, in terms of technicalities in production, like taking your camera and filming yourself, not just work for pageant, but also me as I work in a cosmetics industry. I also have to take pictures of myself. So I need to be holistically developed, not just in terms of paperworks, but also I need to balance myself and my mental and spiritual self in order to progress and do my work. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you also for telling us that Marinduque is part of Luzon because not a lot of people know about it.
Yes.
So if there is a certain spot, one spot, whether it's natural or man-made, that you would like to promote to the world in Marinduque, what would it be?
Firstly, I would like to promote about Marinduque. It is the butterfly capital of the Philippines. It has a balanced biodiversity, and you can propagate natural butterflies in the Philippines. Secondly, it is an island, so there are a lot of beaches that people don't know about. It is very nice and clean and virgin, a lot of virgin islands and beaches. So I think a lot of people can come by and have their peace of mind.
In terms of products naman, you've heard of the movement Love Local, right?
Yes.
So what's a local product that you want to promote?
I want to promote in the province of Marinduque. I want to share to a lot of Filipinos also the arrowroot. It's like uraro. It is cultivated in Marinduque, and not a lot of people know what arrowroot is. So I think this is also a great platform to get to know what Marinduque is all about, because it has been so silent. But now I've gained the power and also the time to express and show to the world what Marinduque is.
Last question is, what do you think is that one thing that you think young people like you should focus on?
One thing that I think a lot of people should focus on is their heart, because they've been busy with the social media, with power, with fame, and they neglect what their heart really tells them. But for me, I think we should always focus on kindness and love, because it just does benefit a lot of people, but it also benefits you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Why is Marinduque the heart of the Philippines? Because it's in the middle.
It is in the middle of the Philippines, and it's also shaped like a human heart.
Thank you very much, Ms. Marinduque.
Thank you so much.
Right now, we are with Miss Misamis Oriental. What preparations have you done, like mental preparations, physical preparations for this?
Well, it's more mental, so I have been like praying since early in the morning, and I really just hope that whatever preparations I did a few months back will be shown in the Q&A.
Yes, Banig. Hello. Hi, maayong buntag sa inyong tanan. I'm Caroline Veronilla, proudly representing Misamis Oriental.
First